Elections are over, we have new president in place, but the visit of President William Ruto to Homa Bay has raised questions about why he appears to still be campaigning.
Political pundits argue that the president made campaign-style statements on several issues during the stopover in Homa Bay County. Well, is it fitting for the president to make more roadside declarations?
Sydney Chazima sought answers and filed this report.
The 2022 campaign period was characterized by heavily charged crowds, promise-laden speeches, and roadside announcements. However, President Ruto's remarks at Homa Bay ignited a debate over whether he was still campaigning. Speaking to NTV, Homa Bay Town MP Peter Kaluma, who criticized the president for not informing him of the visit, stated, quote, "The president should not be formulating policies on top of cars, while the cabinet he recently appointed is yet to assume office." End of quote. However, Ugenya MP David Ochieng, who accompanied the president to Homa Bay, disagrees.
Ruto is not even 1 month into office. This is his second week since he was sworn in. And so anybody who thinks that he's campaigning, for me, I think is not thinking straight. And I think they are trying to create a case where there's none.
When a president comes to your home, you must receive him and welcome him. For the sake of the presidency, we must know that the presidency is a symbol of national unity.
Our President William Ruto ako kwa campaign na viongozi wetu wa Homa Bay bado wanafikiria ku campaign. Na si kwanza kwamba campaign imeisha, wafanye kazi na president, watuletee maendeleo. Jambo lenye walifanya jana haikutufurahisha kabisa, haikutufurahisha at all.
Normally, majority of Kenyans, when they see a leader, when they see a national leader, they've got a very valid expectation that the national leader is going to address them. And it becomes very complicated for three facts. The first fact is that he did not get a sufficient number of votes from Homa Bay. So essentially, he's in a territory whereby the audience he was addressing, in good part, voted for Mr. Raila Odinga. So he has to meet and manage the expectations.
In part, his speech touched on the upcoming review of the competency-based curriculum.
Mimi nasikia nyinyi mnafanya homework mpaka saa 8 ya usiku. So tutapunguza mambo ya homework ya wazazi.
Ruto appearing to be presumptuous of what the 49-member CBC committee will scrap off.
Kenyans would be extremely worried if he set up, say, a task team on a particular position, if he makes an announcement which would compromise the output from that task force.
Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua have recently been accused of adopting cabinet-level responsibilities and putting some of their campaign promises into action. Still, analysts believe the demands of the common mwananchi will prevail.
Mura, Sadia, and Wanjiro have no luxury of time. For them, they want the president to start driving his agenda immediately. Because if you're suffering from food insecurity, you're suffering from housing insecurity, you're suffering from school fees insecurity, you have no luxury of time. You cannot say that, Mr. President, do not make any policy announcements till the cabinet has been formed in total.
In 2020, lawmakers extended the number of vetting days for cabinet secretaries from 14 to 28. The implementation of the plan, as Ruto's manifesto was titled after its unveiling, has now been deferred, putting the president and his deputy in charge for the next month or so.
As to whether, some people, I don't know, as to whether Ruto will run for president in 2027, no one knows. Who knows who will want to run 2027?
Sydney Chazima, NTV.